Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Monday and today's a little bit of a weird day. I ended up having a very long conversation with a dear friend of mine and a dear friend of the channel last night, and she's hit bottom, and unfortunately a lot of things happened yesterday that can't be undone, and unfortunately she needs our help. So that's why we're here today. We need to help her. I've done all I can at this point, but she still needs a little bit more. She's a single mom, and her rent is due. And unfortunately, her boyfriend decided to leave and took the rent with him. And if she doesn't get the assistance from our community, she's a part of our community. If she doesn't get the assistance from our community, she may end up homeless. And this is not the time of the year to be homeless. So I'm reaching out to all of you and I'm asking for your help. With helping hands, we can help her and we can raise her up enough to get her through. So all of the donations or all of the super chats, everything that my channel is going to make today, as well as for the entire month, will go to her. So help her out by hitting that donation button, or hitting the chat, or sending me a PayPal. Anything and everything helps. So we're going to color today for a little while, and hopefully we'll be able to get some stuff together and help her out a little bit. So hit the super chat or hit the super sticker. Everything that comes into the channel will be going towards helping her out the best we can. Of course, this is not necessary or mandatory, or, well, it's necessary, but it's not mandatory. You know, if you're not able to, absolutely don't worry about it. But if you're able to help out, please help me help her. She does not know that I'm doing this and will probably kick my arse later on, but we're going to do everything we can possibly do to help her out. So we're going to color. As you know, we were coloring this on Saturday. This is from Fabrika Fantasy, and it is Old Gnomes Pantry. So we're going to color on this a little bit today, and hopefully we'll get some super chats going and, you know, put together something to help her at least stay in her home. I do believe she needs about $400 or $500 more from beyond what I've already given her. So if we can get her closer to that, that would be absolutely wonderful. At this point, I don't know if she'll have a home address anymore. So at this point, until we can get her situated, unfortunately, I can't give you that. Hi, Ashley. Welcome, welcome, dear. This is very impromptu and it's definitely not my normal time. But I had to do something, and this is the only thing I could think of to help her in any way possible. So you all know her. She's been on the channel a couple of times. I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to embarrass her. But you know, if you can help out a fellow YouTuber or a fellow colorist, hit the super chat, send me a PayPal. Everything goes towards her and her family for the entire month. No problem at all, Dawn. So I'm going to switch on over to the close-up camera here. And we're going to finish coloring the wall. So I've got some dark gray here, and I've put in moon yellow on the back wall, and I'm just going to put the dark gray right over top of that moon yellow. Thank you so much, Stacy. I appreciate that. Can we get some hype and some love, exclamation point love in the chat for Stacy? Thank you so much, hon. I do appreciate it. And absolutely anything at all will help. The more we can get to her, the better, but anything helps. So I'm just going over the wall with this gray, right over top of that yellow, to darken the wall up, because it's a bit of an alcove, and the only light in the room, of course, is from his lantern there. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. We're going to do an exclamation point. You know, and I know it's not a normal thing for us to do, and this is not something that I would normally do, but she has always been a proud supporter of the channel and always been a proud supporter of coloring and several other people in the coloring community. She is one of us, and if our community can't take care of its own, then what are we doing, right? Thank you, Stacy. Oh, snowing, yuck. It's very windy and very rainy here, but it's not snowing, thank goodness. And if I do lose power or lose internet, I will try to come back as quickly as possible. Okay, so I'm going in now with just straight gray, which is a little bit of a darker, colder gray. So we're just going to fill that in, making sure that the shadows on the wall are darkest behind the objects, of course. All right. Thank you. Alright, so I've got the black now, and I'm just going over the deepest areas where that shadow is going to be deepest. Yeah, COVID's never good. It's, you know, hopefully if you get the shot you don't get it, but sometimes even with the shot people are getting it, so it's never a guarantee. But alright, so I've increased the black into the corner, creating that alcove. And then we're going to take that moon yellow again. We're just going to brighten that up just a touch. Get that all nice and colored in there. Oh, snow and rain. Great. Yeah, no, we just have rain here, so I'm more worried about the rain saturating the ground and the wind blowing the trees over because they're oversaturated. So I'm just going back and forth with the different grays until I get to a point where I feel comfortable with that shadow on the wall. Oh, choo-choo. Alright, now we're going to go. I'm leaving the wood alone. We're going to do that on Sunday or Saturday. I'm just doing the walls and some little bits here and there. The reason for the stream, if you're new to the stream or you've just come in, the reason for the stream, of course, is to give a helping hand to a fellow YouTuber, a fellow colorist in need. Everything donated or everything financially gained by the channel at this time and for this month is going to go towards her. So if you can help out by hitting the super chat or a super sticker or just sending me a PayPal, every single little bit helps and every little bit of it is appreciated. And like I said, everything I am going to make on the channel this month is going to her to make sure that she has a home for Christmas for herself and her children. So that's the reason for the stream today. I know it's not a normal stream time. I know it's not a normal thing for me to do. This is not anything that is ever going to become a habit. This is a desperation. Desperate times calls for desperate measures, and unfortunately, it's getting to a point where she's already got the eviction notice if she doesn't pay by a certain period of time. So that is what the stream is all about today, is getting together enough that she can at least stay in her home. Absolutely, Dawn. Not a problem at all. So if you're coming into the stream just now, that is why we're having a stream today. Of course, this is not my normal stream time, and this won't be my normal stream time. It's desperate times calls for desperate measures, and this was the only way that I could think of to reach out and get as much help as I could for her. So once again, going in with that moon yellow and filling in that wall. With a light layer of the moon yellow. So if you have any way to get the word out or anything like that, I am going to be streaming here for about an hour. So hopefully we can get some stuff together in that hour. Well, thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate that. You are all absolutely wonderful. So let's do an exclamation point love in the chat for Ashley. Thank you so much. So I'm going over with the dark gray, doing the cover over top of that moon yellow, darkening up that corner a little bit here. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. I didn't see you come in. Absolutely, every little bit helps, and that's exactly it. Is as a community, every little bit helps, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And your pictures last night, yesterday of you in makeup and everything ready for your play was just absolutely awesome. You're so adorable. No problem at all, sweetie. Hi, Deb. Welcome, welcome. You are not. You're adorable. I love it. One of these days, I'm going to have to find, where we can actually watch. Either which way is fine, Deb. PayPal will take a little bit less than the super chat will, but either which way is fine. I'm going to be donating as much as I can to her, so. YouTube takes a little bit, but that's okay. I will take that. I have not. If you want to post it in there, then absolutely feel free to. I wasn't sure because it was a fundraiser type thing that it would be appreciated or allowed, so I have not reached out to anybody there either. Oh, awesome. I will have to see. I will have to go look at it because I would love to see it. It's been so long since I've been in theater, but it still thrills me. So I'm just going through with dim gray at the moment, getting these areas in shadow. going to go with the gray. Darken that up a little bit. So hopefully this is looking like a pantry wall now and not just some horrible coloring over top of yellow. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Deb. Can we get some love in the chat for Deb, please? Exclamation point love for Deb. Hi, Alex. Welcome. If you can stay for the 10 minutes, thank you so much. This was very impromptu and very last minute. This is just a, okay, for everybody that just came in or that is new, that didn't hear the start of the stream. This stream is my way of helping out a friend in need. She is a colorist. She is a part of our coloring community, and she is going to be homeless with her children if she doesn't get some help. So I put together this stream to try to get her as much help as we can to help her remain in her home. So if you could help out by, doing a sticker or PayPal or anything else, it would be greatly appreciated. All the funds and proceeds of the channel this month will be going to helping her out. So every little bit helps, excuse me. And yeah, this is not my normal time, and this is not normally when I would be streaming, but unfortunately, she was informed last night that she pretty much had to get all this funds together now or she'd have to get out. And she just started a new job and her boyfriend just left her. So yeah, when it rains it pours. So I wanted to help her out in any way, shape, or form that I could. And this was the only way that I could think of to make sure that we got her some help. So if any of you can help her out by hitting that super chat or hitting a sticker, everything that the channel makes this month will be going towards helping her out. So it's Thanksgiving and coming up to Christmas, and no family should be without their home for that. And we are working with other agencies and whatnot to help her out, but unfortunately, because she did start a new job, they can't help her out either. So she is looking into maybe, moving into a smaller, cheaper apartment. But until she's able to financially do that, it's really difficult. And we all know how it goes with a new job. You get a new job and you think everything's going to be okay, but it takes at least 2 weeks for the check to come in, and then they hold 2 weeks. So, by the end of it, you've got a 1 week paycheck in a month. So, thank you, Sarah. Okay. Oh, thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. So let's get some love in the chat for Alex. Thank you, Yvonne. So that's what I'm doing here today, and that's why I'm here today. So, I know it's a little bit of an odd time for me to be on, and but that's the reason why I'm here today and doing a stream is because there's a friend in need, and I have to do everything I can to make sure that she's safe and her family's safe. So yes, it did go through. Absolutely, Alex. Thank you so much. I put a little bit too much dark on here, so I'm just lifting some of it off. Just a little bit of it. And there we have the walls of that tier all done up. So now we're going to do I think we'll start with the sausages. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. I was trying to figure out how to turn on the closed caption. I wasn't able to. And I have been in that situation, and it's scary, especially with a small one in the house. And you feel hopeless and helpless, and I don't want her to feel that way. Yeah. But like I said, she doesn't know I'm doing this, so I'm not going to mention her name because she would just, I don't want to embarrass her. All right, Alex, enjoy your day, and let me know if you need any way to get home. It is really blustery and very, very wet out there. All right. All right, so that was saddle brown that we started with on the sausages. And now I'm going to go in with a little bit of camel. Alex is such a sweetie. And she has the perfect job for her too, teaching. All right. Excuse me. Oh, yuck. I'm sorry, Christina. I hope you feel better soon. I probably just spelled that wrong. And now I'm going in with a little bit of a lighter brown. Yeah, I will do my best for her and, for anybody in this community, but like I said, everything that the channel can do, it will do. Hey, Shannon. She lives in Kentucky. Oh, that'd be wonderful, Deb. Thank you. I appreciate every little bit. Don't you worry. They gave her 7 days notice. They told her that she had 7 days to pay the rent or she'd be evicted. Hey there, Pamela, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the male individual was supposed to pay the rent and he didn't. And she was unaware that he didn't, even though he told her that he had. And she found the eviction notice. Well, it's not even an eviction notice, it's a notice of an eviction notice. Hi, Katrina. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but it said that she had to be out within 7 days if she didn't, or she had to be out within 7 days if she didn't pay the rent by this date. So I don't know. She said that in Kentucky it's a little bit different, but I don't know. I don't live in Kentucky, so I don't know. But she showed me the notice, and it does say that she had to leave within 7 days. Yeah. I just rather, help her eliminate that stress as much as possible. I just couldn't believe that he did that. It's just people suck. Yeah, I like I said, I don't live in Kentucky, so I don't know what their laws are. I've never had to deal with a landlord in the United States. I know in Canada, they can give you a 10 days notice and then they have to take you to court before they can actually remove you. But Lexington, I do believe. Hi, Catherine. Did you get your package, Catherine? Okay. Well, then maybe she won't be completely out on the street. She's just absolutely terrified at this point. You know. Wow. Yeah, no, she's only 2 weeks behind, but yeah. Um yeah. Yeah, I'm going to let her know that. She's just not sure with it being in Kentucky what their laws are. Like I'm not sure what their laws are in Kentucky, and she's pretty sure that if she doesn't get out that they're going to, remove her. And yeah. Ah, okay. As long as you got it. Okay, thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Yeah, the only thing I could think of to help her was to do this. So, is reach out to our community. She's a part of our community, and it's just not fun being scared all the time, especially when you're trying to work and, put on a brave face for a 7-year-old, and she doesn't even know that I'm doing this, so she'd probably kill me. But I will do everything I can to help her out. But I'll let her know that they have to give her eviction and then process. So that means that they have to take her to court and everything like that, right? Okay. I will let her know that. Because she's worried about, the bill building up and building up and building up to a point where there's just absolutely no way to pay it. So, because he was saying in the notice that he gave her that for every day after eviction notice that she stays is going to cost her a certain amount, and then court fees and all that stuff too. 875. And I helped her out with as much as I could. Basically everything that I made last month, I sent her. So she is short about $300, and we're getting closer and whatnot. Yeah, exactly. And she's talking to them and everything else, and she's crossing her fingers that just talking to them will help. But he's with COVID and everything else, he got really kind of ticky. No, 875 for the month. That's her rent. But he was on the eviction notice, on the notice that he stuck to her door. Um, it said that if she didn't pay the rent within a certain period of time, that she would receive an eviction notice. If she didn't pay the rent after receiving the eviction notice, she would be charged $100 for every day, plus court fees, plus legal, like lawyer fees, and other things like that. And it was like so much money. Exactly. Yeah, the fees that he had listed there was just weird. Oh wow, Catherine, that's scary. She's But there it's just one of those weird things. You sit there and you do everything you can, and just one cog gets broken and the entire wheel falls off, and that's pretty much what's happened. Is the wheel's broken, and I just want to help her put the wheel back together. Yeah, exactly, that's very possible. Just if you everything that the channel makes this month is going to her. So if you want to help out by hitting the stickers, or if you want to send me a thing through PayPal, or if you want to send something directly to her, send me an email and I'll shoot you her email address so that you can do it directly to her through her PayPal. Yeah, I spelled her email address wrong on there, Deb. Oh, thank you for helping her. Yes, okay, I see. Oh, Catherine, thank you. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Catherine. I'm going to need a tissue. Yeah, exactly. YouTube is getting 30%, but I'm covering that. You are not. You are not an unpopular opinion. Yeah, YouTube takes their cut, but I'm going to cover their cut. So thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much, Jamie. It's perfectly fine. I will happily cover the YouTube's portion of it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Jamie. You are awesome. You're all awesome. And that's exactly why I felt I needed to bring it to you guys because there is nothing better than our community. And you're all going to make me cry. I'm going to go back to coloring for a second here. I know, me too. Thank you all so much. You know, it's really hard on her because she finally got a job that she really, really loves. And, she's only been working there for 2 weeks. And she feels that if she doesn't get out from under this, she's going to have to quit. And I don't want her to have to quit something that she finally enjoys and that she loves. So this is helping her so much. You can so help, Sarah. You can be here. And that's all it is that's the best thing is that this community is here. Whether we are able to throw in a couple of dollars here and there, but just being here sometimes helps so much. Absolutely. Yep, just spreading the love helps. Absolutely, Sarah. And it's those crazy situations. Sometimes there's nothing more you can do beyond letting people know that you care about them and that you're there to help when it's available. And that's all that anybody can do, and I am so glad you're here. Sorry guys, I turned the page. Just blending it with, went through with some dark purple and I'm blending it in with some light purple. So you can, let's see, if Nightbot will, exclamation PayPal. Hopefully that gives my PayPal account. Like I said, everything contributed will definitely go to her. Hopefully that gives you it. So that's my PayPal email address. So if you want to send me a PayPal, you can do so through that email address, and it will go into my PayPal account. Thank you so much, Catherine. You know, and I myself have been in this situation before as well. And I know how scary it is, especially with little kids in the house. The last time I was in this situation, my youngest, who is now 19, was 3. And they did everything to terrorize me and terrify me. And that was in Canada, so it's, you know, I don't know if there's, you know, the same kind of laws there as there is here, you know, or how state laws and things like that do it. I don't know. She's put in for, or has been looking into, after she got that notification, the low income housing, but there's so much of a wait list for that that she doesn't feel that she's going to be able to hold out long enough for that. But I was hoping, and she's hoping, that the situation that she's in will make it more of a desperate need than anything else. But until we can get information from them, she has to, you know, do with what she's got, and what she's got is a community full of wonderful people. Hey, Tanya. Tanya. Yeah. So absolutely, if any of you want to send anything through PayPal, just hold on a sec, let me check. Let me check the Nightbot for the right command. Okay, so it's exclamation point donate. So I did do it right. So there. She doesn't at this point. Um, yeah, at this point she doesn't. It all depends upon what we can, as if we can get the rent covered so that she can fight this, then we may be able. Then she may be able to do something for Christmas. But at this point, no. At this point, she hasn't even considered Christmas or Thanksgiving or anything else at this point. I know that she was talking about having going in and maybe getting some food stamps, but she wasn't sure with her new job if um, she's making too much money, or but she was going to go in and see about that if she could. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely not a problem at all, Mary. Just being here and supporting is absolutely wonderful. Hi, Catio. I missed you coming in. I'm missing everybody. Sorry. Hi, Mary. Um, Absolutely. For everyone that is here, I appreciate you all and I appreciate all your prayers. And she will absolutely appreciate all your prayers. And for everyone that has contributed or wants to contribute, absolutely. I can't say enough how much, how that makes me feel. And uh, how much this community means to me. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to start crying again, so I'm going back to coloring. Yes, step. Yeah, absolutely. Caddy, that is definitely something that she is reaching out to. Yeah, I just wanted to do the best I could as quickly as I could, um, to make sure that she doesn't have to worry, because the more she worries about it, the more likely it is that she's going to um, lose her job. And she loves the job. It's a new job, and there's just no way that she can lose that job. And there's only so much you can borrow from Paul to pay Peter before Paul starts, seizing your car. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. Um, the reason for the stream today, just for anybody that is new coming in, is I have a very dear friend of mine who is a part of our coloring community. And right now she's fallen under some desperate times. Her boyfriend has left the building and basically took the rent with him. And unfortunately, her landlord is requiring rent, and she doesn't have it. And she just started a new job, and she doesn't want to lose the new job because it's finally a job that she likes. And she has a small child, and I don't want them to be homeless. And that's the reason for it, is I don't want them to be homeless. I want to make sure that she can go to sleep at night. At least. Sorry, guys. So that's the situation. Is, I've been there, and I know how scary it is. Well, thank you, Kelly. But yeah, that's the situation. And yes, here, it just hit exclamation point donate. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, that is confusing. Yeah, it should be PayPal me backslash Renee Carnes. So PayPal.me backslash Renee Carnes. That's my PayPal me account. So basically, the only thing I could think of to help out in any way, shape, or form beyond what I'd already helped out with was to reach out to this wonderful, wonderful community and let you guys know that she is a part of our community. She is a YouTuber. She is a colorist. She hasn't been very active lately, but she is trying. But with so much on your plate, there's only so much you can do. So, hi, Terry Lynn. So, basically, what I'm doing is I'm trying to put together enough funds to help her out and let her at least enjoy the holidays a little bit without worrying about where they're going to sleep. And this time of year, it's always the hardest for a lot of people. So, but yeah, that's why we're here. That's why I'm here, is because this person has been nothing but supportive of me. She's been on the channel a couple of times, doing nothing but supporting me and cheering me on. So if I can support her and cheer her on in any way, shape, or form, I will. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I've asked all of you to be here. If we can do anything as a community, we will. And that's the greatest thing here, is that this community, she does not know I'm doing this, and I won't mention her name because I don't want to embarrass her. Because she doesn't know I'm doing it. And she's probably, tuning in right about now and going, "What are you doing, woman?" But I don't care, because she needs the help, and I want to make sure she gets it. So now I'm just going through with some silver and some black on the ladle. So I'm going to color for a couple of minutes here so I don't cry. Alright, so that wall's done. Oh, Deb, thank you. Thank you so much. And send the love through to Deb. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Absolutely, Deb. Thank you, Caddy. Let's get some love in the chat for Caddy, please. You are all awesome, and I knew you would be, but you're all you're all making me teary-eyed. You know, the love this community has for each other is so wonderful. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Oh. Thank you, Jennifer. Can we get some love in the chat for Jennifer, please? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are all so wonderful. Each and every one of you are absolutely brilliantly fantastic people. So I'm going in with some gray in the shadow areas here. This wall is going to be a little bit brighter than these walls up here because he's got the lantern here. And like I said before, everything the channel makes, whether it be a sticker, or a donation, or advertisement, anything that the channel makes at all this month will be going to her and to help her and her family out. So I appreciate you all just being here, because you just being here helps me out. It helps me help her, and that's all that matters. So I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Oh, thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. That's good, because I love all of you and you're stuck with me. So I'm just putting in the shadow lines. And like I said, I'm keeping this wall a lot lighter than I did the walls up here because the lantern light is there. You guys are all wonderful. Oh, the sun came out. Now it's blinding you. It's amazing. It was stormy and blowing and pouring with rain. And now the sun's come out, and I don't know why. I've turned off these notifications a billion times and they just keep on coming back. teach me to be on my computer when I'm normally not. So I'm not going too far out with the shadows here, close to the lantern, because the lantern is going to knock all those shadows down a little bit. But up here where it's a little bit further away, we'll get those shadows nice and deep. And of course we'll finish up the wood as well as the stonework and some of the ornamentation, and of course Mr. Old Gnome here on Saturday. But I figured it was better to color than to watch, you know, the Kleenexes go flying. Absolutely, Lisa. Absolutely. All right. I'm going to grab the lightest gray. Because I still want to gray this up. I just don't want to gray it up really dark, because it's still going to be dark in some areas. There's only going to be a faint glow around where the light is going to be hitting, so there's still going to be shadowy, darky areas. Is that a word? Darky? I'll just make my own up now. It's alright. Hi Minerva, I'm sorry I didn't see you. Welcome and thank you very much for joining me. This is from Fabrika Fantasy, and I do believe, well, it's like I'll have to look and see what book it's from. Four Spirits Coloring Book Volume 2, and the picture is called Old Gnomes Pantry. I also want to remind everybody that is in the Facebook group that our Thanksgiving potluck event will be ending in 2 weeks. So get your, if you are a part of that group and want to enter into the event, make sure you get your pictures into the album because I would love to see them all, for one. Alright, we're going to go over it again with this moon yellow. And like I said, I'm trying to keep this wall a little bit brighter than the walls up above, because more of this light from this lantern is going to hit it. So I'm not darkening this wall nearly as much as I did the ones above. Now if you find there's any hard areas, hard edges, just take an eraser and soften up the edges a little bit of those shadows. Like that. Like so. Okay guys, I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you all very much for joining and listening to me, and helping out in any way that you possibly can. If you're watching this back and you want to help out, please feel free to do so by clicking on my PayPal account on my banner. Just leave a note of helping hands in the donation, and I will be sure to get it to her as quickly as I can to get things sorted out for her so that she can deal with the future and not worry about the past. Absolutely, Kelly. Thank you. Absolutely make sure that you hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. And thank you, Terry Lynn. Can we get some love in the chat for Terry Lynn? Yes, Fabrika Fantasy. And for anybody that's here in the chat, don't worry about it if you haven't put helping hands on the donation. I know who is here, so I know what areas. Basically, I know what it is for today. But for anybody in the future, Etsy. Actually, it's not on Etsy. It's on her own thing. So I can grab that for you. Just 1 second. Hold on. And I think it's just www.fabrikafantasy. But I could be wrong. Hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah, it's copy. There we go. There's her, the Fabrika Fantasy website. And the book that I'm coloring in is Forest Spirits Volume 2. Absolutely, every little bit helps, Terry Lynn, absolutely. And thank you so much. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps as much as possible. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and calculate everything that everybody has donated, and I will put it into the PayPal and transfer it over to her. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lisa. That makes me feel good. Thank you all very much for joining me. Like I said, if you do decide later on that you want to help out, there's a PayPal sticker on my banner, which goes directly to my PayPal. So if you want to click on that, just put helping hands for your donation, and I will make sure that she gets it. I want to say thank you to every single one of you for just being here, for the community, for everybody. I'm going to leave it with that. I will see you again tomorrow for Tips and Tricks Tuesday, and we will be coloring some more turkey. So we'll be talking Thanksgiving tomorrow, and this is definitely the time for thanks. So again, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Until tomorrow, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Bye bye for now, guys.